Hi there, here's mental coach Arthur from Tennis Academy, Bauplant in Magdeburg, Germany. Welcome to another edition of my mental training online program. Today we're closing the discussion, the very long discussion of the book Psycho-Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz, a very famous and I believe amazing book. I hope you've learned a lot from it. So let's go ahead and finish it. Another need that Dr. Maltz talks about is the need for more life. Last time I talked about the 6 needs, and he says there's one more, according to him, in his opinion, and that's the need to look forward to tomorrow with gladness and anticipation, to be happy for tomorrow, to be looking for the next day. So leading a life of pleasure. A life is adaptive, he says, and he gives as an example a polar bear, which is white so that it can catch prey, game, and it's also it has a thick layer of fat, making it immune to the cold, to the low temperatures at the poles. And he says life is very adaptive, so if an organism needs it, it gets it, like the bear, a lot of fur, a lot of fat. And he says that if we need more life, our organism can adapt and get it for us. For example, he says that creative people or people with creative jobs live not only longer than other people who have no creative jobs, but also a lot longer are they productive in their lives. And Dr. Maltz urges us to create a nostalgia for the future and enthusiasm for life. He gives again actors as an example, says that actors remain younger than the most of us. And this is something I thought about recently without even reading the book, that actors in some way, they have some kind of secret, but they remain like decades younger than what they appear to be, or their real ages. For example, Brad Pitt was in a Friends movie episode, and he was at the time 39, but he looked like 23, and for me that's amazing. And even now he looks like 13. He's maybe 40 or 55, or he looks like 35, or maybe less than 40. And this is no exception. It's like in Hollywood, it's a phenomenon that almost all actors are like that. And Dr. Maltz says that the reason is that they need it. As an actor, of course you need skill, but also appearance is very important, and the way you look is very important for an actor. So the longer you stay young, the better it is for you. So it's life. It's of tremendous importance for them to remain young, and that's why they remain young. It's kind of their body needs it, so it gets it. That's his hypothesis. And he also says that faith, courage, optimism, interest, looking forward bring us more life. So those positive emotions. Another thing that he says is that a misunderstanding maybe in society, that people that are young can learn and people that are older, like beyond 30, cannot learn. Well, what he says is that people reach the peak of their mental potential at about 35 or 36, and they remain at their peak up the age of 70 or even 80. Okay? So actually, and he says there is research showing that somebody who is 70 years old is not in any way less capable of learning than somebody who is 17. Again, he talks about strenuous activity and that it's needed for good health in any age, but something important is that he says it must be gradual. And this is, again, my example with the poison from last time. A little bit can make you immune, and increasing the doses makes you even more and more immune. But taking too much immediately at once can kill you. And the same is with strenuous activity. If you haven't done anything for years and then you exert an enormous amount of pressure or energy, and you do something that's very, very difficult, you could kill yourself, of course. But what you should do, so like when you're 70 and you haven't trained for 20 years, you don't start running a marathon. Instead, what you do, you increase it gradually. You start with maybe just walking, then walking for 1 kilometer, then for 2 kilometers. And in a couple of months, you can walk 5 kilometers. And then start with slow jogging, and you jog just for 2 kilometers, and then 3, and then 4. And then within 1 year, you can run 10 kilometers, although you're 70 years old. And this is how it's done. It's gradual increase, and this is something that I've read also in other books, and I believe is monumental. I've talked already about this in my videos on quick success in the Hollywood movies, how they have those zero to heroes in almost every movie, and how what a fallacy that is, because it's not the way it works in real life. You just don't work hard for 3 months and you're a champion, but you work piece for piece for piece for years, and then you become the champion. That's how it is, and nobody who has succeeded has done it in 3 months or even a year. Success is gradual and takes time. I think it's a very good final thought that he shares, that is also confirmed by other books, and I firmly believe that it is true. I hope you enjoyed this session, and looking forward to next time.